So the show is called Mirchi Hot. Obviously, this is a show where I invite only people who had unconventional lives, people who have fought unconventional battles and yet have come out as winners. The guest that is coming today on my show is definitely a favorite with my driver because जब से कल उन्हें पता चला है कि पूनम पांडे आने वाली है, his only request is, sir, एक selfie मिलेगा. Poonam, are you aware that this is the kind of hysteria you create in men?
I just love the reaction the way you're saying, sir.
एक photo मिलेगा क्या?
दे दो ना sir. बोला ना.
And I'm sure that you're aware that, men go kind of crazy, berserk, and they behave a little weird when you're around. Are you aware of it? First question that I have for you is that Poonam Panday does a lot of things. Everything she does becomes either an article or a viral video or a quote that is taken by everybody. I want to know, whenever you're creating those things or saying anything, are you aware that people want content from you, or you do it just, this is you?
I need a sip of a coffee.
Please have a sip of a coffee.
I need one vada pav.
Okay.
And I'm vegetarian, but I don't mind a chicken right now. So, after eating all of that stuff and, me getting relaxed and all fine, I can answer this. But to answer that in a short kind of thing, when I was talking to my friend who invited me here, Sunil, and he called me last night and he was like, called me around 11 o'clock and he was like, Poonam, you know what? I need to know more things like what are you going to do? And I'm like, fuck, Sunil, is it? माझ्या डोक्याची बॅड वाजली आहे फुल ऑन मला समजत नाही म्हणजे काय चाललंय माझ्या लाईफमध्ये and I enjoy it. But sometimes I also get frustrated because there are certain controversies that I have done and I accept it. That I have done it. For a certain fame, yes. We people, I don't know how to put this. If I was stupid or if I was intelligent to pull this off, but I pulled it off in my way. So I'm proud of myself. The way people look at me. Please hear me out.
I'm gonna butt in there because I do want to give you a compliment here. Is that I don't think you're stupid. I think you are extremely intelligent because I'll tell you why. Because if I know that people are going to react a certain way after I do certain things, why shouldn't I use it?
Great. Is he says Poonam Panday?
I think I should be Poonam Panday's brand ambassador or manager at least. There is one thing that, in India, any time a woman is bold, a woman has an opinion, a woman wears certain clothes, we are ready to judge. However, the media is changing, the youth is changing, the industry is changing. OnlyFans, the CEO is an Indian woman, which I think is a great achievement. You were probably one of the few celebrities who were there when it was considered taboo. Till the time in US, people who were creators were making 1.4 million a month on OnlyFans. So I want to know, was Poonam Panday there because she's an artist, a content creator, or a smart businesswoman who saw an idea where no one did?
I think all of them. That's how I would look at myself. Obviously, I'm a content creator. I do beautiful stuff and people love it. It's beautiful. It's erotica. There is nothing cheap about it, what we do. We don't do porn. We don't do that. We don't promote porn. Yes, I do agree of the fact, that I have created certain controversies. I have done certain things that my beautiful trolls, my beautiful people, they don't like it. Now, should I think that me being a bloody outsider who comes from outside, I don't want to do any bloody compromises in this industry. I want to make things on my own term. I want to make my name. If I make it small, big, large, medium, whatever the fuck, I want to do this. If I want to fail, I want to fail epic. So tomorrow, at least I can say this to myself, Poonam, you tried. You tried. You messaged people for work. You have done things in life. You can't reach somewhere. You were, हम हाथ पैर मार रहे, हम भाग रहे, हम चीजें करते हैं ना लाइफ में. क्योंकि हमको, my father is not Sanjay Leela Bansali, but my father is bigger than him. Because you know what? उनकी वजह से पूनम पांडे यहाँ पे बैठी है.
That's brilliant, Poonam. And I think that is the next question that I wanted to ask, because, every time I see an article about a celebrity, you see the headlines, you don't see the story, you don't know the person, you don't know the mindset. And this show is about, having that mindset spoken around, because we are living in fantastic times where a 16-year-old is also probably on OnlyFans making money, becoming an influencer while she's doing her own studies, rather than someone telling her what to do, what not to do. So I want to know that the kind of life you've had in media, did your family anytime say that, no, Poonam, we're not okay with this, or they were very supportive and understood the idea behind what you want to do?
All right. Okay, I'll tell you what happened. So when I was 18-year-old, I was like, life में कुछ करना है यार. Like college, ठीक है ना, पढ़ाई तो चल ही तो रही है, मतलब कहाँ भागी जा रही है, खत्म तो हो नहीं. तो इससे बड़ा कर. Because I started making money when I was 12. I've been working since I was 12. I'm a good tailor, by the way.
You're a tailor?
Yes. So my mother was a tailor. तो मेरी माँ घर पे classes लेती थी लोगों को बुला के. मैं बोलती यार, she's making money. I was like, Poonam, तू भी कर सकती है. And I was like in 5th grade or something. I was a baby. I said, Poonam, तू भी सीखना. I learned that and I started making Barbie doll quotes. और मैं एक एक कपड़ा 10-10, 20-20 रुपए में बेचती. दिन के 70-80 रुपए बन जाते मेरे. उस तो मैं बचपन से मैं rich थी.
Oh, nice. And an entrepreneur. Businesswoman, 5th standard. Nice.
So I started going out of my house. Then when I was like 15, 16, I was like, Poonam, yaar. It's like, you see the way world is moving. And I'm born and brought up in Thane. So I'm like total Maharashtrian ladki. Total Thanechi mulgi. That's me. And I'm proud of saying that, because today I have a house in Worlian. I call myself Townie, but I am proper Mumbaichi mulgi. And I love that. So I was 18 and I'm thinking what to do in life. Let's do something big. मैंने देखा क्रिकेट चल रहा है. वाह बेटा, पूरी इंडिया क्रिकेट देखती है. वाह बेटा, पूनम आपको क्रिकेट का नॉलेज है? बिल्कुल नहीं. क्रिकेटर्स का नाम पता है? बिल्कुल नहीं. मुझे कुछ नहीं पता, बट मुझे कुछ करना है. So I was like, fuck yeah, let's make the statement. ये बड़ा statement है, इंडिया तो गिर जाएगी. And I made the statement. And Daddy, India also won. मैं डर गई थी. मैं डर गई. I was the only person in India. So fuck. अब तो करना पड़ेगा. I love the fact that I'm so honest.
I love the fact too.
So, again, उसके पहले जाती हूँ. It's one fine morning. He opens his newspaper, whatever, drinking coffee and whatever. And one of the guy comes to my father. He's like, Pandey ji, आपकी बेटी है ना? My dad opens the newspaper. He's like, what the fuck? अब मेरे घर पे ड्रामा चालू. बड़ा ड्रामा, बहुत बड़ा ड्रामा. मेरी माँ मार रही है. My dad is freaking out. ये तूने क्या किया? Obviously, because of course I'm the kid. I don't have any problem. मेरे जैसी बच्ची होगी तो बेचारे क्या करेंगे? I totally am with them. So I'm like, what the fuck? ये तो मतलब, and I was बचपन से, मैं तो मतलब सब मैंने कारनामे किए हैं. लड़कों के साथ मारा मारी की है. मैं कैंटीन में घुसती थी अपने, तो I used to put my hand. I was like, वड़ा पाव देना. The guy was like, पैसा किधर है? मैं बोलती थी, अभी तो 10 रुपया दिया. तो मुझे वड़ा पाव भी मिलता था, मुझे 7 रुपया चेंज भी मिलता था. So that was me.
Okay.
Full on, officially. And I'm proud of it. तो बहुत मार पड़ी. उसके बाद, then they were like, fuck, then they saw the World Cup controversies going, whatever the fuck. And उसके बाद, then I started getting job offers. I started getting everything. And then my parents were like, okay, that was good. You did good. So that was the
turnaround.
Yeah, so they started going a little easy. But the best part was because they wanted me to get married. Now, after the World Cup controversy, which guy wants to marry me? Nobody wants to marry me. I'm safe. So yeah. And I'm still safe.
Nice.
Totally. Now that nobody wants to marry me.
I think
like, who wants to marry Poonam Panday?
I think that's the best way. Like, if any woman out there in small town, जिनके मम्मी डैडी बोल रहे हैं कि शादी करा देंगे और आपको बचने का तरीका चाहिए, I think this is the woman you should be contacting, because you know what a brilliant way of becoming internationally famous and evading the marriage. So Poonam, now your parents are cool with whatever you do, or उनको stress होता है कि I don't know what Poonam will do next.
I made a very beautiful bungalow for my father 2 years ago, and he passed away right after seeing the
I'm
house.
sorry.
Oh no, he's wherever he is, he's very happy. I'm totally sure about it. Mother is happy. Family is pretty good. Life is moved on in a lot of ways. I am quite experienced than calling myself a naive anymore. So, universe is being kind now. Yes.
Poonam, now there's this question. What happens is, you know, the kind of things that comes to a guy or a girl's mind when they check out a person on Instagram and then articulating it. I'm not going to articulate. I'm going to say it the way. When people see someone doing a controversy like that and becoming famous after it, they say that the person is troubled. They say that the person must have had some past issue that they're trying to uncover. I'm confused. I see a smart businesswoman who knows how to keep business separate and keep emotions separate. Educate me. What is happening with you? Is this a person who has not got something in the past and is out on her way to be the Wonder Woman and take everything in her hands? Or it is a smart businesswoman at work saying that I know how to get business done?
I cannot call myself a smart businesswoman because I'm a learner. And even today, I'm going to learn something from you, something from these guys who are sitting here. Because you just, well, I like to learn things. I'm a student. So definitely, I'm not going to call myself, I mean, I am anyway. So, am I right to subtle statements?
I am.
I mean, you see, I mean, I don't know about your past life, but you see, we all as human, I mean, I suppose not all, but most of us, like whoever I have spoken to, my friends or whatever, people have their ups and downs in their families, right? I had my ups and downs. My mother had cancer when I was like super, super young, and my father had to put all his savings to save my mother. Now, that's a great man, you know? That's a great man. And that's what my father is. And after that, we did struggle a lot. I mean, I ended up paying my own school fees. That's what I've done. My 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, I've paid everything. I'll tell you how, by coming first in everything. So they हमको मेरी fees माफ करनी पड़ी थी because I was just coming first in everything. So that's how I safeguard my studies. And after that, I started making money. So I ended up paying for my college and whatever. Then I ended up paying for my sister. Today, she's a lawyer.
I think I want to say this on camera that this is a very different Poonam Panday that I am meeting for the first time, and I'm loving this Poonam Panday, and I would definitely like to be friends with someone like that. But Poonam, the question here is...
But here we are again, you see? Like Sunil, my friend, when he said, Poonam, I really want people to know who you are, man. And like, for some reason, I have never spoken about myself.
Exactly, that is why. Why?
Nobody knows me.
Why?
All they know is this controversy queen who likes to show her bloody tits and ass. What if, sorry to say on camera, but I don't care. It's and they're trolls and whatever. Yeah, man, I did it because I couldn't see any other option. I did not see any other option. How do I get up there? That's the only option that came into my mind, and I saw that as an opportunity for myself instead of bloody going out and compromising and, doing whatever the bullshit that people do here. I didn't want it to do that. So, yeah.
Poonam, I'm so glad you're saying this because, मैं हमेशा एक ही चीज़ कहता हूँ. I've had, like we've just talked about, I've had my own past experiences, and I now have a different understanding. If I could do what you do, I would feel myself like an empowered person because you're not bending to rules. You're not letting anyone else decide what you need to do or what you don't need to do. You've created a path where nobody else thought that, this can be done. Now, I'm going to again come back to some great business decisions you've taken, and why I call them businesses. you just rightly mentioned that I don't want to be going through an experience of someone using me to get a role or to get a job or to get anything. So you created an entire different thing. Internationally, yes, there are creators, there are people who are go-go dancers, there are people who are pole dancers, there are people who are stripping on camera and making money on it. And I think it's a very uplifting, liberating kind of a thing that, everything is...
It depends on person to person.
So I want to know from you, where did this idea come from? Because I think you're the first one to have her own app launched or her website launched and then doing this also. Where did it strike you that, I can do this and I'm not going to feel judged by someone else's sense of morality?
I had to take certain decisions, Shardul, because there was a point in my career that I was not getting jobs. I was making phone calls and I wasn't getting, and I had to make money to survive. Now people are making money and surviving in different ways, which I didn't want it to.
What kind of jobs are you talking about?
Well, whatever, posting my photos or, talking to the fans live and whatever, basically, which every celebrity does. Now, for other celebrities, they make money outside doing movies and whatever. And in my case, the kind of jobs I was getting, the kind of movies I was getting, I didn't want it to do that.
So why only this? Why couldn't you you're an educated woman, why couldn't you just say that I'm going to a corporate and I'm taking a job?
I didn't want it to do that either.
Yep, correct.
I didn't want to do that either because I only and always, till the time I'm 50, look, when I was born, till today, from that very day, till today, 3-4 साल की थी तब से क्या मिरर के सामने I used to perform and do माधुरी दीक्षित का एक
You know Madhuri Lava?
अरे यार,
Same, yeah.
I love her.
All right then. I think we need to still do the show, otherwise we can...
So,
Madhuri Dixit, that's for you. So I've never seen her gushing, And the fact is that you're gushing over Madhuri Dixit is even more interesting. Madhuri, if you're watching this, well then...
She's talented.
You want to say something to her? I'm going to get this edited and sent to her. Just address her and say.
Madhuri ma'am, I mean, यार, आपके जैसी कोई नहीं, मतलब क्या अदाएं, हाय, मार डाला.
So from मैं बड़े होके माधुरी दीक्षित बनना चाहती हूँ.
मेरा तो ऑफिशियल था.
तो मैं पूनम पांडे हूँ. I want to know.
मैं पूनम पांडे बन गई, and I'm proud about it.
Yes, and you should be. Now my question is, does Bollywood take you seriously, or you think if, it's a good thing that all that you did has led you to be a person who people are curious about, who people want to know more about, who and you are a celebrity because of your personality. Do you think you would have gotten more roles, you would have gotten more films had you not done all of this, and probably people saw you in a different version?
Sometimes I think that, yes. In fact, I was thinking that last night after the conversation. I was thinking that, shit man, Poonam. I was like, was I too desperate? Because I read some comments and the comments are like, oh, she's desperate, she's this, she's that. So those things, yeah. Trolling comments, they hit me also. I'm a human at the end, yeah. I also, feel bad about it. Like, यार, तुम्हारे घर का तो कुछ नहीं कर रही हो, तुमको तो कुछ नहीं बोल रही, तो आप उठ के मुझे क्यों बोल रहे हो? अगर मैं मेरे कपड़े पहन रही हूँ, अगर उतार रही हूँ, अगर मैं कुछ भी कर रही हूँ, I have bought it. It's my hard work, it's my money. Maybe आपके जितना hard work नहीं होगा, पर जितना मैंने लगाया वो तो है ना. पर फिर मैं सोचती हूँ, ठीक है, उनके comment करने की वजह से तो आज मैं famous हूँ. So I treat them as God. ठीक है, चलो, कोई बात नहीं. आपके comment ही.
There are people who are following you. There are people who are ready to shell out money to pay for your content. And probably they were the same people who are trolling you. Are Indian men not mature enough to handle a woman who does things by her own standards? Or you understand where they're coming from?
Indian men, with respect to them, they are gorgeous, caring. They have all those beautiful qualities. But I think Indian men, they need a little more education. They need to understand that they shouldn't be judging people because the women are not judging you. You see, I also hate those kind of female who call themselves feminist and getting out and doing jhagda. I hate those kind of people. So it's not just men, it's the women also. Educate yourself. You cannot just go out and fight randomly and do whatever just because you're a girl. No, it doesn't work like that. Have some sense, go back home, have a black coffee or a normal coffee and think what you did. Think before you speak.
So think before you speak about the next question. And the question here is that yes, Poonam Panday has bought a brilliant house for her family. Yes, she is at peace with how her life is shaping up. Will you ever see yourself as a mother, and are you scared that, the kind of perceptions they will get via internet, articles, or the comments that are written about you? Will that be okay with you for your child, or you don't plan on having kids?
I want to, yes. I want to.
Okay then.
I want to because I have these two very beautiful dogs right now. I have a pit bull and I have a Doberman Pinscher.
Oh.
And my third one is going to be a Rottweiler. So I
have to.
And I love the fact the way I take care of them. I make sure, because I'm a vegetarian. I still believe in my religion, and I don't want to cross those lines because that's something that's come from my parents, and I want to promote my religion, and I will always. I'm a proper Hindu, Brahmin, and I'll always be. But मेरे घर का मेरा पता है मेरे सब्जी का बिल आता है 1900 रुपया मेरे बच्चों का बिल आता है because they eat like full chicken one day. तो मतलब so I do that for my kids. Like I cross all the lines, I make sure that
to have that motherly instinct.
बहुत ज़्यादा बहुत ही ज़्यादा मतलब ये कर दो जो करना है करो माँ का घर है बिंदास. So I am that, and I'm a little spoiler. And if I will have a kid, I want to spoil my kid.
Great. So that's why I'm very, very curious, because, it is a natural instinct for a woman to want to be a mother. And the way we function in our Indian societies, हर चीज़ बच्चों के हिसाब से की जाती है.
Yes.
कि मैं ये जॉब नहीं छोड़ती, इतना टाइम मुझे बच्चों के साथ रहना है. Everything. I don't want to shift to that city, वहाँ schools अच्छे नहीं हैं. In your case, you cannot escape. You cannot escape the articles, you cannot escape the paparazzi, you cannot escape anything because you're in the public eye. Does it bother you that, all my choices, or first of all, I want to know that, does it bother you that your choices might or might not affect your children?
I don't think it will, because I look at myself with what I've been doing and what I've done from past 10, 11 years, because I've been doing everything since I was 18. So I look at myself, in next 4 to 5 years, there will be something very big on me, and people will start loving me more and respecting me more. And because today when I go out, I meet people and they're like, the girls, and they're like, geez, like you're doing this in India, like how amazing is that? And that kind of makes me feel a little good. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
My mind right now is throwing in an image for me, is that family is happy, you're happy, everybody is happy. Is it that rosy? There is no judgment by anyone close to you? Are there moments?
My relatives.
Yeah?
My relatives.
They still judge you?
I mean, I invited them a couple of times in my house. Nobody wants to come. They speak to me nicely, but they don't turn up. I'm like, okay.
Does it hurt?
Yeah, it does. It does, yes.
Let's come to personal relationships, For an Indian man, it is very difficult to date an actress because they think that they're busy. Imagine dating you. I want to know when men approach you and try and have relationships with them.
Yeah.
Does it get affected because of the persona that they are used to, hearing about? Because the person I've met today is a very different person from whom I've shot a show with or I have seen on, cameras with. Do they get to see this?
Yeah, that's why they fall in love with me. But then, unfortunately, I think मेरे नसीब पे प्यार लिखा ही नहीं है.
Why do you say so?
मुझे पता है. मेरे 2-3 जो serious relationship रहे मेरे past में, सब ऐसी breakup हो गया.
Maybe they were not in love with you. Maybe they were in love with the hot celebrity Poonam Panday is.
There is a possibility.
Yeah, so does it bother you that, maybe because of your fame only, people are not getting a chance to get to know the real you, जो 1900 रुपए की सब्जी खरीदती है, जो अपने कुत्तों को इतना प्यार करती है, जो spoil करती है लोगों को. I want to know, do men get to that point?
I don't think I've ever allowed somebody to be that close to me, because even if I've tried, I've ended up. So
you're hurt.
Yeah, it has. It's a very unfortunate thing, I would say, but also it's a very fortunate thing, because I've understood the power of loneliness in a way, because I live alone now with my dogs and of course with my staff. मैंने accept कर लिया, मैं बड़ी खुश हूँ. I like the fact that I sleep with my pit bull and my Doberman. That is like the bestest life on the planet.
Well, they definitely will be very loyal for sure. I can tell you that. They are not leaving you any time. Okay, Poonam, this is a very interesting question. When I spoke about you being on apps and you having an OnlyFans account, and you said that I am doing everything aesthetically. I am creating erotica. Indian painters like Raja Ravi Verma have also been known for that, but they were also bullied in their times. They were also written about that, you know, ye hamari sanskriti ko kharab kar rahe hain, all that stuff. Who decides this line that this is erotica, this is aesthetic, I'm not going to do this? And is there a question that saying, okay, I make probably a crore here, but if I do porn, I'll make 500 crores. So if this is not wrong, why is that wrong?
We are born in this beautiful country, India. We made Kama Sutra. Yeah, we start with that. Let's अभी उसको थोड़ा side में रखते हैं. We are the country who Aryabhatta. We are the smartest, you know, people on the planet. हमारा race बहुत smart race है. Now, what is happening is, little by little, you know, things are going little conservative. It's moving around in a different way, which we have to also respect because we are a part of our country. Now, to respect that, we know that we can't do porn here. It doesn't work in our country. Now, erotica is something that comes from Kama Sutra. See, what we do is we do art. It is a total art. There's nothing vulgar about it. Nothing vulgar about it. So this is the way I look at it. This is the way I, you know, see my stuff, and I'm proud of it.
So let me understand. So you're saying it's the audience who thinks that probably erotica is not vulgar, porn is vulgar because of the setup of the country.
Absolutely, audience. And till today, I mean, everybody, the response that I've been getting from people is like, they adore whatever I've done. They adore it. They love it. Number one, the only thing that I've heard from people is like, wow, how do you do this?
Yeah, same. How do you do this?
And I'm like, wow, it's a great question because even I don't know how I do this.
So are you saying that when you're doing it, you're not even aware of these questions that come to an average person's mind? Because, you know, I'm somebody, if I'm told that, you know, someone is in the room, like I've been on Big Boss and I was scared to take off my clothes and change. You know, I'm that, I think, underconfident or body conscious. So I'm amazed that,
you're definitely not underconfident right now. The way you're talking to me, please don't call yourself.
अच्छा, मतलब उन चीजों में. Had I looked like you, I probably would be doing more. That I'm telling you for sure. Okay, now, Poonam, now this question, I don't know if you've been asked, but this definitely came to my mind is that, you know, I see perception, judgment in every area of our lives, especially for people who are in the public eye. And it definitely affects your personal life all the time. I think all of us go through that, yeah? So what I want to know from you, because of the way you've led your life or, you know, your career choices, have you ever been in a situation where a man tried to get rough with you just because he thought it's okay? I mean,
no,
how do you stop them from doing it?
That has never happened. I'm too alpha for that.
So you're saying you can control how people approach you?
100%. Nobody has... Sorry to use this word. I don't think till today anybody has the balls to send me any kind of message like that because, are, मजा ही तसे कैसा लगता? Yeah.
So, but do you think, you know, this responsibility that we put on women all the time, that, you know, and I hate that fact, and that's why I'm asking this question, that the responsibility is always on the women, that, you know, you have to handle how men approach you. Why? I mean, actually, the men should be taught how to approach a woman, whether she is a celebrity, whether she is a model, whether she's a nude model. I mean, it's a choice.
I don't think they approach women in the wrong way. It depends on both the sides. I mean, women today are very, very smart. I mean, they always have been. And I don't really think in that manner that, you know, they approach in the wrong way. अभी आज तक मेरे साथ नहीं हुआ है तो I suppose नहीं हुआ होगा.
Well, हर कोई गुंडी नहीं हो सकता है तो you said that yourself.
It is cute, good.
And वो भी cute गुंडी से बालों करते हुए बोली चले आ क्या Adelaide. Okay. Oh yeah, that. Oh yeah, that. So recently,
नहीं
no, I mean, it's, you did
मेरी
it.
मॉम ने मना किया मुझे
क्या?
रे पूनम अब तो बस कर
Yeah, but
बेटा
where did this come from?
अब तो रुक जा
But where did this come from? I really want to know because I tried. वो वीडियो मैंने देखा, मैंने कहा when Poonam comes, I'm gonna try this. I couldn't even take it out fully. So I like, how does she do it? And these kind of things you. Okay, so I want to know. Do you do these things because you know people are gonna go crazy? It's like किसी लड़की को जब पता रहता है कि मैं सुंदर हूँ तो और बाल हिलाते हुए जाती है इस क्लास के अंदर. Is that the idea behind it?
I'll tell you. So when I was in school, I used to brag about it. मैं full on brag करती. Look, my tongue is so long. Look, and my friends they used to tell me, Poonam कैसे कर लेती है? So I just did it like
Yours is definitely longer than most people in India. Poonam, for sure, I can say that. Because I've been trying, I can't do it. Anyways, moving on. Poonam, I want to know that the way you spoke about some relatives not being very cool with you. Has anyone, whether it is a person who's trying to give you a job, a friend, or anybody, has anyone ever tried to shame you for doing whatever you do because of their idea of morality?
That happened. I still remember I was running away from my house. That was one big thing that I will never forget. So, in the World Cup days, that's what I call it. So, my parents were like freaking out because I had cops, I had my Mahila Morchas, I don't know who all up to me, and I was this kid, and I was freaking out. I mean, the nasty kid, of course. I remember calling one of my friend, and I was like, I asked her, can you let me in your house for like one night, because my parents are not letting me in, so what should I do? And I remember she was like, yeah, okay, you can stay at my place for a night. I said, okay, good. So I went there, and I asked her for pani and whatever, and I was sitting on the couch and having water. She came in, she sat there, and I could see a different person. She wasn't my friend anymore. She was like, Poonam, are you mad? Like, she told me, I'm ashamed to be your friend. How could you say something like that? I was like, what the fuck? Like, isko kya ho gaya achanak? Ye to matlab meri jigri hua karti thi. So I was like, fuck you. I said, you know what? I said, you look at yourself, what you are doing. I said, this is me. I'm at least, I said, you bloody being with your boyfriend and, enjoying his money or whatever, that's what you are doing. I'm working hard and I made this statement. This is me. I'm not taking anybody's. I'm not a bloody gold digger. So, मैंने सुना दिया, मैं सुना के निकल गई. Oh, Pateli.
And did that friend stay in your life?
Of course not. I blocked her.
And that's...
Before she could block me.
Correct. That's
the best thing you should do. You block her first.
That's actually my next question. When you live your life on your own terms, you always have a risk of people not going with you. It's a very lonely experience because not everybody will understand why you're doing what you're doing, because it's your idea. Do you at times feel lonely because of your career choices? Have people left you because, like your friend said, that she was ashamed of being your friend?
Yeah, it has happened. It happens.
Is there any particular one that you would be like, come back, I'm ready to leave all of this for you?
No. I am not ready to leave anything for anybody.
Poonam. So this sense...
Nobody has made me.
Great.
Nobody has made me, so nobody decides anything for me on this planet. I decide my failure and I decide my success.
Where is this strength coming from?
From my father. Yes.
Tell us more about him.
Great guy. Born and he was brought up in Mumbai as well. Met my mom in Mumbai. Normal middle-class guy, would work as a supervisor in a company and would get 15,000-20,000 rupees salary. So that was my father. But the energy that he had was, it's all me. It's all him talking right now. That's all I can say. It's my papa.
God bless him and God bless you. Poonam, there are many things that an actor or a celebrity or anybody who's in the public eye goes through. There are times where you feel scared that I'm not going to get any work. There are times that you feel lonely. There are times that you're denied houses in Mumbai because you're an actor. Has happened to, I think, everybody who's ever faced camera in Mumbai. So I want to know that moment from you where you felt that, how could you deny this to me because of who I am or what I do?
About it.
Yeah.
So the person is so scared to give me the house. How amazing is that? If you were normal, you'd get the house, right? Normally mil jai.
So do you enjoy people getting intimidated by you? Yeah.
It's cool. Sometimes, yes. Sometimes, no. But मेरे को बड़ा मजा आता है life में. I'm like the most chilled out person on the planet. और क्यों ना रहो?
Well,
क्यों ना रहो?
I really want to know this, that were you born like this, or there were like areas or struggles that you decided that, listen, you know what, I'm going to fend for myself and nobody has any right over me?
I think I was always like this.
That's a deadly thing. The person who's sitting right in front of my seat, Mirchi Hot seat, I'm loving, and I can have this conversation for hours because, you know, it's rare to find someone equally bold and someone equally honest. And that's why, Poonam, I want to ask you towards the final leg of the show. I've heard women around me, actors, actresses around us, all have heard the best compliments, the worst criticism, right? Whenever a woman decides to take charge of her life, and especially in your case, it's either branding or judging her so that it becomes easy for them to understand कि नहीं यार इसका ना end अच्छा नहीं होगा, नहीं she's probably sold to the devil, or probably इसका ये खराब हो. ऐसी चीजें लोग कहते हैं that, you know, you're gonna die alone. You're probably you're fucking up with your karma. Yeah, no, but this happens, and then there is that one troller who probably is you know, appreciating you and at the same time you know, abusing you on your social media. How do you deal with all of this by staying still a human? Because it is impossible for any human to say that, you know, it doesn't bring you down.
It does bring you down. It does. But you see, who's my best friend? I mean, that's how I look at it. Maybe it would sound bizarre to you, but when I wake up, I would say good morning to the sun. And, you know, I would be very grateful. I am very grateful to the universe. I hate talking bad about people. Even if someone has said bad about me, I hate doing that. I remember, I think a week back, one of my friends, she called me. She's like, oh yeah, that girl, she did this. And, you know, ऐसे कर रही थी, पूनम मेरे को भी कुछ करना है. ऐसे वो कर रही है, तू कर रही है, तो तुम लोग में फ़र्क क्या रहेगा? ऐसे अगर कर्मा है तो उसको देख लेगा ना यूनिवर्स. चिट्टा पट्टा तो हम सबका बनेगा बाद में, बॉस. Why are you taking the charge? So leave it to them. You take care of yourself, no? देखो, हमको नीचे वाले लाने के लिए, हमारे बारे में बोलने के लिए, हमको जज करने के लिए, हमको ट्रोल करने के लिए कमी है क्या? तो आप अपना काम करो ना.
आपको definitely trollers की कमी नहीं है. But one thing that I definitely would like to say towards, which is the end of Mirchi Hot Seat, is that I have enjoyed this conversation thoroughly. If you have, write into us, tweet to us, send us your questions. If you hated it, you can comment that too, because I would definitely want to know what we can do better to entertain you and to make you meet people like Poonam Panday, who for me also till today was a celebrity with strong opinions, controversial statements. But after having this chat, Poonam, I think I can say this on record, that you're a fab girl and a fab human being, and I think I need to see more of this.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.